Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Single Sounds. I'm your host, Katie Mack, and this is the podcast that helps create positive first dates. This week's character was such a delight to interview. She brought round a beautiful bottle of tequila rosé, which I enjoyed a bit too much, as well as her unique stories. She always kept me on her toes with her surprising answers. So, welcome to Single Sounds, the one with Pfizer boobs.
Hi, thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Welcome. I'm very excited that you are here.
Thank you.
Let's start with your profile.
Yes.
Easy. Who, what, where. So who are you sexually attracted to?
Men.
Good.
Men. Unfortunately, men.
Yeah, literally everyone says that. I feel like it's a theme.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I blame everyone for answering that, but anyway, we move.
Next. So, moving on swiftly. What are you looking for?
So I've probably got like 3 criteria.
Okay.
So probably like the age range is probably going to be my age. So like 26 to early 30s-ish.
Yeah.
I like a guy who is a little bit taller than me as well. So I'm 5'7", so probably like 5'11" or over, because I wear a lot of platform shoes and I like being the little spoon. So give a girl credit, you know? And my third thing, it might sound a bit weird the way I say this,
Okay.
but having interests outside of the gym and drinking, because, yeah, I know it sounds a bit weird, but I like someone who's got a little bit about them, whether you like going to art galleries or you like a certain sport or you like watching certain types of documentaries. I like someone that's got a little something about them that makes them a bit different.
Yeah,
So,
like a little unique hobby or...
yeah,
it's quite
exactly.
cool.
Exactly. Something that they're really interested in that's not necessarily cool or trendy, but just that they like. I like that about people. So
Do you have that of your own?
I do. So I'm quite a creative person. So I like doing things like pottery painting and drawing and painting and
Okay.
altering my clothes and stuff.
That's cool.
And I also love history. So I like on my TikTok, I always get like history. Did you know that in 1719 women used to wear all those sort of stuff? Like
Okay.
I love that sort of stuff, and also like a bit of human behavior and psychology and true crime. Like I love all that sort of stuff. I mean, who doesn't love that type of thing?
Yeah. Especially true crime. I feel like that's a big genre at the moment, isn't it? Yeah.
Just look through my Netflix history, honestly.
Like crime dramas, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't used to like stuff like that, and even I have been like bought into like all of The Stranger, Liar, like what was like Stay Close, like all those Netflix ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that I liked the best was probably the one that was about the nuns. Have you seen that one?
No.
Oh.
What was it called?
I think it's called The Keepers. It's on Netflix, and it's about this nun that mysteriously goes missing, but she's uncovered a lot of things about the abuse side of things. So it's a good one to watch.
Yeah,
if you
I would
plot
like
twist.
that.
Yeah.
Good rep already.
No worries.
Get them in. Oh, and where would you like to date?
The London area. So I was listening to one of the other episodes, and I actually heard someone say a 45-minute end-to-end journey, and I thought, yeah, you know what, that's a really good shout. So I'm going to nick their answer and say 45-minute journey, because she was talking sense.
Yeah,
so there we are.
No, yeah, I think that was a good one, to be fair. When she was like, oh, I think that's a bit niche. And I was like, no, that's so...
Yeah.
I think you just don't want to be travelling that far.
No, of course not. And 45 minutes end to end can mean a lot of things. Like, what if
Yeah.
someone's like 5 miles away? We've got to get the, district line into London and then the northern line back out.
Yeah, the worst
Obviously,
lines.
I'm talking about the Fulham to Clapham journey, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, 45 minutes either way.
Yeah. Okay, so let me know your 2 truths and a lie.
Okay, so I've been chased by a baboon in Zimbabwe. I've hitchhiked in Europe, and I've been detained by Australian Border Force.
Ooh.
All travel related.
Yeah, all chased by a baboon. That's funny. Was it chased? Yeah.
Chased by a baboon,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I can see it. I mean, why not?
We've known each other for 2 hours, but you can definitely see it.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that happening. I can see you like kind of being like, oh. That, yeah. I feel like that's not the lie. You've been held by Australian Border Force. That's interesting. I don't really know why. I do know you went there now. So I've got that insider knowledge. I don't know. Not sure about that one. Hitchhike in Europe. Yeah. I'm trying to think when you would do that. Maybe like interrailing, but then wouldn't you just get the train?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows?
I'm not
Who
sure.
knows?
Okay, I'm gonna go border force is the lie.
Not the lie.
Not the lie.
The lie was being chased by a baboon in Zimbabwe.
Oh, I just thought that was too rogue to make up.
No, so I did go to Zimbabwe and there were a lot of baboons there, but none of them chased me, but they were petrifying at the same time. They're very scary creatures, I've got to say.
I don't think I've ever seen a baboon.
They've got really big teeth, you know. When you see them in person, their teeth are massive. It's like little vampire teeth, like... It's scary.
So the other ones were true, which
Yes.
was, why were you detained by border force in Australia?
Oh, so this is a bit of a story. I went to Bali with 3 of my friends from my year abroad exchange, and 2 of them went on to go to Thailand while me and one of them went back to Australia. Now, we'd gone to the markets by the temples earlier on in the holiday, and one of them had bought a present for her mom, and she was like, can you take this back to Australia with me? I don't want to carry it around Thailand in case I use it. Normally, absolutely fine. However, what she bought for her mom was a bull skull that you put on a wall with a light bulb. It had a light bulb attached to the inside, so you could plug it in and it would like illuminate. And
skull.
Illuminate the skull. And she thought, my mum will really like this. It's really nice. And, you know, at the time we were like, are you sure you want to buy this? But she did. And so my friend and I had the joyous task of taking that back into Australia. We couldn't fit into either of our suitcases or our hand luggage, so we had to carry it in like a little carrier bag the whole time. And it was just awful. My friend that I was with, she'd volunteered to carry it around, put it in the hand luggage and all that stuff. And I was like, oh my God, that's so nice. Then when we got to Australia Border Patrol, she was like, you've got to declare it. So I got completely shafted, but fair play. It was a very smart way for her to play it. So I declared it on my way in. And obviously, because I declared that I had this strange object on my entry pass, the Border Patrol immediately pulled me to the side. And they were like, what do you have? And I was like, oh, I've got this lovely bull skull to bring into your country. And they asked me, where did you buy it? Why have you bought it? And obviously I couldn't say, my American friend who's gone to Thailand bought this for her mother and asked me to bring it back, because come on, we've all seen Bridget Jones too. Like, that's not going to end well. So I had to, I've bought it for myself. I think it would look really nice on my wall. Trying to sell that I love this thing. So then we had to go back to another area of Border Patrol where they inspected the skull and they found lots of spiders and cobwebs on it. Ew. And Australia, as you know, are really strict with like getting other things in. So then we got took to another area, you know, where we were effectively, quote, detained. And we had to sit there and wait while they cleaned out this skull for me. We were there for about half an hour waiting for them to clean the skull out. And then they gave it back to me. And I was like, oh, gee, thanks so much. I really appreciate that. In reality, I was just like, oh, I want to go. Why did I do this? But yeah, that's where I got detained by Australian Border Patrol.
Yeah. Great story. Super random. I'm quite amazed they cleaned it out in a way. I thought they might just bin it.
I thought they'd just bin it.
Yeah.
But you know, fair play. They got the gloves on, the disinfectant.
They really wanted you to have that skull for your wall.
They were so considerate. What can I say? I tell you what, I really hope that her mom still has it on her wall, otherwise I'll be fuming.
Yeah, fair. She must have got it into America as well.
Yeah.
So,
but the Aussies had cleaned it, so it didn't have quite as
maybe
big a
not.
job.
Maybe they were just like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah, it's clean. It's fine.
Let me know your moan of the moment.
It's not really a moan of the moment. It's more of just like a moan that I have in general.
Yeah.
My moan in general is noisy eaters.
Okay.
Oh, I think annoys me more, because the thing is, like, if you're eating, you know, like a sloppy pizza or a really big burger and you spill things down you, hey, we're only human, right? Like, I probably don't look too great eating after a night out. But it's when people, like, you know, slurp on their tea, they chomp on their food, they smack their lips while they're eating, you like hear them like chewing it. And it tends to happen when people eat with their mouths open, let's face it. So yeah, it just really gets to me. And it's worse when you're like, you know, in a relatively quiet setting and you can just hear them chewing, or you're in the cinema. It's just, no. It's a big no-go from me. I'm sorry. Yeah,
fair enough. It's interesting, actually. I feel like once you notice something like that of someone, you cannot get it out of your head. Like, as soon as they start like smacking lips is a good one. So I've noticed since doing this podcast, certain people when they speak, they just like have noisy mouths. It's called like,
oh dear,
it's called like mouth clicks.
Yeah.
So, and now when I speak to that person again, I can't not hear it. It's mad because I didn't notice it at all before, but because I spent hours editing their mouth clicks. And then I messaged both of them being like, I don't know how to tell you, but like when you speak, you're so annoying.
Oh my gosh, I can't. That'll be my, you know what, like, I think what you do is so cool and stuff, but I could never sit and listen and edit people and hear their like saliva moving around in their mouth and stuff.
That's literally what it is. It's like, I had to Google it because I was like, what is this noise? Because I don't make it. Because obviously when I listen back to myself, I'm like, I don't make this noise. You don't make it, I can hear it now.
Thank God.
I know. I know what to listen out to.
Well, you know, I used to have this lecturer who after every sentence would go, okay, and lose his breath. He'd say something, then he'd go, okay, under his breath. And, you know, I used to love his lecture, this lovely, soothing Scottish accent. And one day, one of my friends from uni, I could name names, but I'm not going to, told me this fact. And if you're listening, I have not forgiven you for this because you've ruined this guy's lecture for me for life. So yeah, it really ruined his lectures.
Yeah, just like noticing. Funny. That's a good moan though, because I can relate.
Yeah.
Not so much eating, but just some people just can't speak without making noise. It's crazy.
Yeah. Or it's like when people in their sleep swallow a lot. So they're like, in their sleep. I
don't think I've noticed
that. Oh, no. I had.
I'm a really deep sleeper, so.
Lucky you. I mean, yeah, I'm an earplugs and eye mask girl. So when I'm out. But, you know, I tend not to bring the earplugs or eye masks out until a little bit longer into the situationship. Because I don't want to freak people out just yet. But if, you know, you meet me from this, then hey, you know already. But I was, you know, this guy stayed over at my house a few months ago, and in his sleep he just keeps swallowing his saliva like every 5 minutes, and I'd nearly be going to sleep and then I'd just be waking up to the sound of him swallowing his saliva, and I'd be like, oh no.
It's just really noisy swallow.
Yeah,
because everyone must do that, right? Because you have to swallow like a certain amount of times, otherwise I think you die.
Oh my god. Okay, scratch that moan because you don't die in your sleep for me, please.
But maybe you just had like a really noisy swallow.
Yeah.
Okay, now moving on to my probably favourite section. I feel like this one might be a good one. Let me know your worst dating story.
So this one has its own name. You know, it's a very infamous story amongst my friends. I call this Earwaxgate as a little sneak preview. So
that's the headline.
There's the headline, the little summary statement. Take from that what you will initially. So yeah, it was my 4th date with this guy that I'd met on Hinge.
Okay.
And, you know, our previous dates have been quite casual because I'd been training for a half marathon. So I wasn't drinking much. I was getting to bed early and training. So very chill dates. I'd done my half marathon and we were going out for drinks at the classic spot, number 32 Clapham.
Oh, classic.
A very classic spot. So obviously I was excited. We'd been getting along quite well. I, you know, dressed myself up and we went there for our date. About a drink and a half in, we're chatting away. It's going well. I'm yattering away as I am right now. And while I'm talking to this guy, he gets his little finger. By the way, I can't even look at Katie now while I'm saying this because it's just too weird.
I wonder, like, all of a sudden you've like looked down.
I'm just hiding because I've got secondhand embarrassment. So
it's like looking at the floor.
So yeah, like, while I'm talking to him, he gets his little finger, puts it inside his ear, gives it a good little wriggle, scoop around inside of it, and then brings it to his mouth.
No.
And yeah, licks a massive chunk of earwax off his little finger. Right in front of me at number 32.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right?
What did you do?
Well, I went into shock if I'm being totally honest.
I'm not sure I'd know what to do.
No, so I genuinely, I was mid-sentence and
just stop.
I just went like, you know, complete deadly silence, jaw on the floor. He was like, oh, are you okay? And I just said, I'm really sorry, I need to go to the bathroom, I feel sick. So legged it upstairs.
As if that wasn't a clue.
I mean, hey, I was telling the truth, give me that credit.
Yeah.
And I was sat in the bathroom. I remember giving myself a pep talk and I said to myself, sometimes you can be a bit of a drama queen. Are you overreacting right now? And I just thought, no, I'm really not overreacting this time. So I went back downstairs and put on an Oscar-worthy performance saying, oh, I feel really sick. Oh gosh, I think it's my half marathon. I need to go home. I remember saying to him as well, stay here and finish your drink if you want to, by himself. I don't know what I thought I'd say that, but anyway. Yeah. And obviously he replied saying, no, let me walk you to the tube, make sure you get home okay.
Yeah.
Only downside to this is we were both on the Northern Line southbound home.
Yeah.
And we had kissed previously, much to my disappointment after witnessing that. So we got on the tube. I sat between two strangers sitting down, so he wasn't anywhere near me. And as soon as we got to my stop, I legged it off so he didn't have any time to come anywhere near me. Obviously ran home, told all the girls, my housemates, got on all the group chats and stuff. And then he texted me the next day saying he had a good time, wanted to see me again.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what did you do?
Well, so look, I really wish that I'd said, look, I don't think you realise this, but you ate your own earwax.
In front of me.
In front of me on a date. But I ended up doing the, I don't see us going anywhere, which, technically isn't a lie, but I do kind of wish that I'd been honest with him because someone needs to tell him, and if his friends aren't telling him, then it's up to girls off Hinge, I guess.
That is so bizarre though. Do you think he just did it like completely naturally? Clearly didn't even flinch.
Yeah, I think it was a very subconscious thing. Like it was very second nature to him. There was no flinching, but it just got me thinking, like if he's doing that subconsciously,
what else?
What's his bedroom like?
Yeah.
How does he change his bed sheets?
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be flannel sheets. Like, I'm sorry, one pillow.
The flat pillows.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So to you it said something deeper in the sense that like you're probably just an unhygienic person.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that in itself would put a lot of people off, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah.
But obviously the deeper meaning is something that I just didn't want to find out, really. So
fair enough.
Yeah, that was that.
Moving on
swiftly anyway.
Although the next question is your most irrational fear. Probably not earwax.
No. I mean, I could say boys eating earwax on dates, but I've already faced my fear on that one, so I'm kind of over that. No, my most irrational fear is polystyrene.
Okay.
I really hate polystyrene, the material. It just makes me cringe. The thought of touching it makes me cringe. The sound makes me shudder, like two bits rubbing together.
Yeah.
No, the sound of breaking it makes me shudder. I've always really hated it, even when I was young. When I pick it up, I have to either wear gloves or like I use a jumper because I just can't bring myself to touch it. Put it straight in a bag. I used to be really bad. I used to not even be able to like open parcels with it on.
Oh, wow.
But now I can. I just like don't touch it. But yeah, I got better. And I think what helped me was one of my housemates gave me a bit of a shock treatment to get over my therapy.
Just chucked polystyrene at you?
No. Christ, no. So he must have got a parcel full of, polystyrene, obviously, because when I got into my room later on that day, I found in my slippers a piece of polystyrene. And then I found in my bed a piece of polystyrene. And he'd done this with various items in my room. So there was one in my dressing gown pocket.
Oh my God.
There was one in my backpack because he knew how much I hated it and it was a prank that he wanted to play with me. And fair play, like I thought it was quite funny. I wasn't even mad.
Yeah.
But then I just kept finding it like weeks and months later.
Because it broke off. Well, you just didn't even find all the bits.
I just didn't even find all the bits. So like, I think he initially hid it in summer or something because then I went to put on my autumn coat. Oh, no. I went into my pocket and there was a big bit of polystyrene in there and I was, on my way to work and I was like, oh my gosh, for God's sake, why is this happening?
Oh, funny. The only thing I can relate to is a bit similar is one of my old cars, there was like, I don't know, it was like a material on the ceiling and like if I ran my nails along it, like it actually makes me feel sick.
No.
But it wasn't like, you can get like fluffy ceilings in a car. It was like a duvet material. It was in like, it was, I'm really struggling to describe it.
I can kind of visualize, like, I mean, just seeing you cringe is making me cringe as well.
I don't know, it's not going well.
No, I kind of get what you mean.
And
kind
basically,
of.
like, when you scratched it, it went like, and I just, and the sensation on my nails, because it was like crisscross stitch, so it's in like really thin, no, horrible. Honestly, like, if someone touched the ceiling of the car, I just felt instantly sick. Like, and I've never had that with a material before, and luckily, like, most cars don't have it anymore.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I mean, lucky you can avoid it in most cars.
Ages. Yeah.
Any parcels that I get, I'm like, please, no polystyrene, no polystyrene.
I haven't seen polystyrene in a while.
There's none in this room, don't worry. Avoid
there
it.
is.
My senses would have been tingling otherwise.
No, there is.
Is there? Where?
In this box.
Oh, I haven't seen it. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And it's black. I don't know if that helps.
You know what? I don't actually know if that helps or not. I think probably it does it because it doesn't seem like polystyrene.
It would just seem like plastic or something.
Yeah, exactly. Oof.
But yeah, now you noticed that. I was like, uh-oh.
I know.
It keeps the microphone safe. That's its box.
Oh, okay.
So...
I'm just staring at the box now.
I kind of shouldn't have said anything.
No, it's
you
fine.
Can't see it though. It's okay.
Yeah, out of sight, out of mind.
Okay. What would your TED Talk topic be?
Batteries.
Right. Wasn't expecting that. In what sense?
So what I do for my job is like I work as a consultant in the energy sector.
Mm-hmm.
And before that I worked with batteries. So like kind of how you trade batteries on the national grid across markets and stuff. So I know quite a lot about it. I'm really passionate about it. I think it's really interesting. It's a really cool area.
That's cool.
So I will probably do my TED Talk about batteries because, you know, like maybe not like Duracell AAs, but you know, like the big scale, large scale batteries. I think they're really cool. Either that or probably like my skincare regime or some period in history or maybe my favourite serial killer story. I don't know.
No, let's stick with batteries.
Let's stick with batteries, yeah.
I don't think anyone's done a TED Talk about batteries. Maybe they have. Very niche. I like it. You're fitting with your own theme of like having random hobbies. Not sure if that's a hobby, but
what can I say? I'm the gift that keeps on giving. You know what's going to come next.
Well, you can tell me because it's leave a one-word review of yourself.
Okay, I would say adventurous.
Okay.
All I'm going to say regarding that is interpret that as you will.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just leave it at that.
Mysterious. I like to have a bit of je ne sais quoi sometimes.
Okay. Let me know when your life peaked.
Oh, honestly, when Greg's released the veggie sausage roll. Like, I'm not even being dramatic. It was so good. I think I'd already been a vegetarian for about 2 years at this point.
Okay.
During those 2 years, there wasn't really much vegetarian or vegan convenience food. And that's what I was really missing. Like, just like convenience food that wasn't cheesy chips.
Yeah.
As great as they are,
it's like,
you know.
You're missing, like, you can't get
nugs.
corn nuggets. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then I remember seeing all these signs everywhere that Greg's were releasing a veggie sausage roll. And I got excited, you know, because I was like, oh, you know, I'm not get too excited, but a little bit excited because it might not be that good. I remember going into the Greg's the first time that I got one, and I got out, was at the bus stop, took a bite out of it, and I spat it back out because I thought it was meat that they gave me.
Really?
So
that good.
So I walked back in and I was like, you've given me the wrong one. And they're like, no, we haven't. And I was like, yes, you have. You know, this tastes like meat. And they told me, look at the lines and the patterns on the pastry. This is the vegan one. Wow. And I was just like, oh my goodness. So that was when my life peaked, having a Greg's vegan sausage roll. Because I'm not gonna lie, whenever I'm hungover, I get a Greg's.
Yeah.
I love a Greg's.
And now they cater for all.
Oh, they're so good. They have the vegan sausage rolls. They do a really good ham and cheese melt as well, which is like a vegan cheese and vegan ham. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So
I didn't know that. I've only heard of the sausage roll. I haven't tried either, to be fair.
Okay.
I need to. I'm not veggie, so I just get the normal sausage roll.
No, fair. You know what? I will say, like, the only downside to the vegan sausage roll is because it's vegan, the pastry that they use, it's not as golden and crumbly. So Greg's...
Yeah, they could have done like a veggie one, so it's like you still have the pastry element.
Right.
But not the meat.
Greg's, if you ever listen to this podcast, veggie sausage roll, please. Use the golden pastry.
It'll go down well.
At least in Fulham.
just Fulham. To be fair, I think that'd be very popular.
It would.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, bestie rec time.
Oh my gosh.
I'm excited.
I don't know who you will have gone for. I think
Yeah.
I do, but I don't.
We'll see. I think this one's quite a sneaky one.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Oh, no.
Right. What can I say about her that you won't have already mentioned? So, selling her to a date, well, is so much fun. She's literally such a yes girl and up for absolutely anything, like literally anything. Loves a night out, loves a walk up the peaks, versatile girl. And yeah, because of just her yes girlness, she has so many hilarious stories. If you go on a date with her, she'll definitely give you a monologue or two because, sorry, she over explains every single story and tells you every little detail, but I promise they're worth it in the end. Physically, she's very hot, so you know that's important. Her boobs grew 3 sizes when she had the COVID booster jab, and she would have definitely mentioned that in the podcast, unless this part of the podcast is right at the beginning, but I mean, she will definitely have mentioned it. And yeah, she's all-round good girl. Go on a date with her.
Okay, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. You know what? I made a big point of not mentioning that my boobs had grown because I always talk about it in my house because I had to buy all my bras again and the girls are sick of hearing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, hey, you all know now. So.
No, I want to know. I was like, that's unreal.
No, it was just really weird. Like, one day I just noticed that my bras are too small for me. I went and got them measured and I'd gone up 3 sizes.
Oh my
so,
gosh.
yeah, I don't know why this has happened to me at 26 years old without changing, you know, like, anything about my lifestyle.
Other than the jab.
Other than the jab, like Pfizer boobs. I don't know. You heard it here
Did you
first.
Google it? Like, is that a thing?
Well, I mean, I did actually look at it on TikTok and there were like... Because, you know, when you need to look at for facts, you always go to TikTok, right? And there were actually quite a few people, like, on the tag Pfizer boobs,
Really?
saying that their boobs had gone up, like, 2 or 3 sizes since their booster.
Wow.
Which is kind of like the timing for me where it happened.
So did you not have Pfizer for your others?
No, I
With 1 and 2?
had 3 rounds of
3.
Pfizer.
Ah. 3 times the boobs.
Yeah, well, there we are. You heard it here first. So yeah, I don't know if I like buy it or whatever, but you know, no one else in my family has this size boobs either. So I don't know. It's a weird one.
So now you've just like got these new boobs. It's like almost that you paid for a boob job.
No, literally it is. Like, and you know what? It is a struggle, like, sometimes. Because I'm used to being able to just, like, not wear a bra all the time and stuff. But now you've got to think, oh, actually, I should probably wear a bra today.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And, you know, you have to, like, hold them when you're running up and down the stairs. And it really hurts. So, yeah.
That is pretty bizarre.
It's a hard change.
I'm kind of jealous. I wish I got that side effect. But
Well, you know what? Like, I actually told my mum about this. I was like, this has happened to me over the past few months. The only thing I can think of is this, and it has happened to some people. And she was like, oh, God, that's not good, is it? Like, you know, you shouldn't be having that sort of side effect. And I was like, Mum, I am not complaining.
Yeah.
It's not even a side effect, it's a benefit.
that's so funny. The rest of it was quite nice, to be fair. She's just saying you're really fun and...
No, she said a lot of things
Oh, yeah, says you over-explain stories.
I mean, yeah, you know what, it's funny because that friend always tells me that I over-explain stories. And if I tell her a story, she always says at the start, don't tell me in your long, wordy form, tell me in bullet points.
Yeah, nice.
Because she just knows what I'm like. But yeah, you know, sometimes you do the details, like the number 32 and the bull skull. It just adds a bit to it, you know?
Bit of pizzazz.
Exactly.
Adds to the drama.
No, I feel like it does though.
It does.
Well, also, like, I feel like with stories like Earwax Gate, you can't cut down on the details.
Yeah,
You really
yeah.
can't.
I agree. Okay, final section. This or that.
Okay.
Nice, easy one to ease you in.
Mm-hmm.
Rather work from home or in the office.
In the office.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like being social.
I agree. I do like a combo though. I've grown
I
to the
think
combo.
so.
I think that's perfect.
Yeah, I agree. I like being in my pyjamas and being a bit of a house goblin some of the time.
Yeah. Okay, always be 30 minutes late to important events or always be 2 hours early for everything.
Oh, 30 minutes late. Always 30 minutes late. I would not know what to do with myself for 2 hours.
2 hours is a long time, isn't it?
Like, will I have time to download a movie or watch some Netflix and stuff like that?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh,
it doesn't
no.
say what you do with your 2 hours, but that is very early for stuff.
30 minutes late,
Like,
I mean.
2 hours early for a first date, what would you do?
Oh, no. Or imagine being 2 hours early for work as well. You just be sat there by yourself and prep for 2 hours. You know, half an hour late because, I mean, then you can always blame it on the tubes or something like that.
Yeah.
And if you're meeting friends, the party's starting and you just join when it starts getting fun.
Yeah, fair. Manicure or head massage?
Oh, that's hard. That is really hard. So I love a manicure, but I can do my own gel nails myself.
Oh, that's a skill.
Yeah, it's a little flex that I have, I gotta say.
A low-key flex.
Humble brag, what can I say? So I would probably say a head massage because I remember like a guy that I used to date used to always massage my head while I was going to sleep, and it was just the nicest thing in the world.
That's
so
cool.
I'm going for head massage.
Nice. Okay, always have an annoying song stuck in your head or always have an itch that you can't reach.
Oh, you know, the moment you said the word itch, I started getting an itch.
Yeah, it's
like
I
it's
don't
one
like
of those
itches.
things. Okay, it depends how annoying we're talking. I think I'd probably go for an itch because the thought of having a song like Rebecca Back Friday stuck in my head for the rest of my life is just a bit too much.
It is Friday as well.
Exactly.
No, that was so annoying.
That
was when I was at school that came out.
Yeah, same. I remember like it was around the time of like Cher, Lloyd and One Direction as well, wasn't it? Yeah.
It's so cringy though, that song.
So cringy.
Oh, I didn't know this before. McDonald's or KFC.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know the veggie options either.
Yeah. So I think, look, if Burger King was in the mix, Burger King would win hands down because Burger King's vegetarian options are absolutely insane.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh, I do a vegan chicken royale and it's so good, and they just expand the menu, it's great. But KFC and McDonald's, I'm going for McDonald's because the KFC chips aren't actually vegetarian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're not actually vegetarian. So KFC do a really good vegetarian chicken burger, which is unreal. And, you know, if I make the occasional slip up and I eat a bit of gelatin or whatever, I'm not going to cry and lose sleep over it. I'm an environmental vegetarian. But at the same time, like, I don't really like the KFC chips as much. I always feel a bit guilty because I know that I'm...
What's in them?
I don't know.
It's just like fat.
I think they're just cooked in the same fat as the chicken.
Right, yeah.
So I'm probably going to go for McDonald's because the chips are great. They do McFlurries. They have those really nice cheesy and salsa bites. Like, you know, the mozzarella dippers.
Yeah, they're
I
great.
love those. And their vegan burger, I think it's the McPlan. It's actually quite nice too. So yeah, Mackey's.
Love a Mackey's. Never need glasses or never have back pain.
Oh, never have back pain. I have awful back pain.
Oh, fair enough.
Like, not awful, that's a big exaggeration actually, but whenever I get stressed or tired, I always feel it in my back first. So I think glasses because, you know, You
can make them look cute.
Yeah, I could probably work. I like to think I could work them. And I'm assuming I can't cheat it and just get laser eye surgery. But hey, maybe I would try and cheat it and just get laser eye surgery. So yeah, always need glasses, definitely.
Cool. Last one. Never be able to keep anyone else's secrets or have someone tell all of your secrets.
Oh,
so that's quite hard.
That is really hard. It's kind of like the interest of like yourself or other people. I'd probably go for the last one, have someone else tell all of my secrets because I'm quite an open book anyway. I don't think I actually have any secrets that, like, you know, I'd be upset
like,
about people
damaging,
knowing. Yeah, like, I don't really have any damaging secrets. So I think I take the second option.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I'm a bit like, well, do your worst. Go on. I've just been on a podcast.
Tell all my secrets.
I've just been on a podcast telling them about when I got arrested in Australia. Like... Go on.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, never being able to keep anyone else's, that would, I think, have more consequences further down the line because people wouldn't want to be friends with you because they couldn't trust you.
Exactly. I'd rather have everyone know all my deep, dirty secrets rather than have no friends. That'd be really sad, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And also, what if your friends confided in you about something really dark and
Yeah,
really deep?
that was the thing, like, really serious. Like, your condition was you had to tell.
Yeah.
That would suck.
Oh, it would be awful. No. Yeah, definitely the latter.
That concludes the podcast.
Great. Thank you for having me.
Welcome. Do you have any final words?
Just please don't eat earwax on your date with me.
If you think you'd be a great match for this character, contact the podcast at Single Sounds to date her. That's all from me this week. Have a great week. See you next Tuesday.